stripped down, in-studio performances, and conversation with groundbreaking and emerging artists. Sirius XMU Sessions.
You're tuned into Sirius XMU Sessions with Julian Casablancas and the Voidz. I'm Jenny Eliscu. Sup, dudes?
How's it going? How you guys doing?
It's good. You're going to just be the ambient voice in the background, the voice of God over there.
It's okay.
Thanks for joining us to play music from Tyranny, the first ever Julian Casablancas and the Voidz album, and the second one under your name, Jules. Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you, too.
We haven't done this in a minute.
Bro.
Sis. So tell me about how this album came together. I understand that it was mostly written kind of live in the room in the studio, right?
Yes.
A little of everything, I'd say. There was some...
puddle of everything?
A puddle of everything.
A puddle of mud. Who's involved?
Yeah, so, Julian had a bunch of ideas that we started to work with, and they sort of unfurled once all the brains were gathered in the studio together, and...
Togathered.
We togathered.
We
made this record togathered.
But, I mean, Julian, obviously you met these guys at different points along the way over recent years, right? So did you have any preconceptions going into making this album about what the process would even work like? I mean, it's just a whole new situation. So how did you go in thinking we're just going to vibe live and see what comes out of it, or...
Yeah, I don't know. I think I realized at some point that in any form that I wanted to do stuff, I think just the band vibe was, I don't know, it just, for some reason, works best. I don't know.
Right. But yeah. Did you have beginnings of these songs with you when you actually began the process of fleshing out them? And
well, I mean, I started actually with Alex and Jeff. We're standing over there. So those are the first ideas, because I had a bunch of, I have ideas, but 90% of them don't, see the light of day. And the first few things when we just kind of were playing around, some magic happened and started, and that was kind of the beginning of the journey. That was like 4 years ago.
And did any of those things make it onto Tyranny?
Yeah, for sure. Nintendo Blood. And,
Crunch Punch.
JVB.
Yeah. Johann von Bronx.
Crunch Punch, too, I think, right?
Sick.
Yeah.
Those are two of my faves. But, I mean, clearly people have already been pointing out that this sounds different, or at least initially on the surface, on the first listen, it sounds different from anything you've ever done before or something, or, it's a departure from the previous Julian Casablancas LP. But did that just happen organically once you actually, these guys are obviously all incredible live players, like, were you really just sort of surrendering to jamming with dudes? Because I feel like that's not something that is really part of your previous experience writing songs, is having them arrive out of jams.
I mean, well, kind of jamaholics, to be honest. But I mean, I think, writing it's like improvising is, what is it? I can't get it right. Writing is slow motion improvising.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're connected.
Right.
It's like wit and humor, I guess, relationship wise. I had a lot of ideas, and we did a lot of jams, and they together made the record, I think.
Right.
Hard to believe. Most jams, if you can believe it, didn't make the record, but I would say out of the 426,000 jams, a handful of them did.
Yeah, we have a jazz record coming out actually as well. That'll be played on. No.
Would you describe it as free jazz?
I guess an important thing too is
like
that
prison jazz.
It's a complete band. So prison jazz,
jail jazz.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just going to say that the phrases for the young was more, I don't know how that process was. I know that you had played, but I think I would want to step out of line and say, but I think when Julian started this process, it was more or less he was searching for a band and not like a solo record. So it's important that people understand that this is a complete band, and that he gives everyone in this band freedom to do what they want and say what they want and do what they want and bring riffs in and bring riffs out, and we all check each other. And it's important, because there's a lot of people that might think that we're all just here and we're hired and we're paid to play, and it's not that way at all. It's like a brotherhood, and we're a band, and this is like a new journey that we're all taking together. And it's and I guess that would be the big separation from, in my opinion, from Phrases.
Word. Let's hear a song, shall we? You guys are tuned into Sirius XMU Sessions. Julian, Casablancas, and the Voidz are about to play us a live rendition of Where No Eagles Fly.
Just a little more. I think more. That's nice. I don't even think in those terms really. I just trying to make whatever we want to hear or what sounds cool or
yeah.
And so I mean we have very short songs too, but I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I definitely were venturing. I mean, the long song was a conversation we had because like.
How long is too long is a question.
Well,
right?
we were just talking about that, like, a long song, like, November Rain or whatever, The End, or I don't, what I mean? Those kind of heroin, those like mega long songs. I think that was kind of quasi-conscious. But other than that, I think it was just about fitting all the jam moments into a track without sounding too crazy. And we definitely walked that line. I don't know. Sometimes we might have fallen one way or another, but I don't know. I'm happy with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, like watching you guys play songs live. It's more apparent how much precision is involved watching, Where No Eagles Fly. Like, it feels a lot jammier in a way when you listen to it, and then to see like the time shift happen in real life. It's like, damn, that actually is super precise. There's a lot of super mega precision involved in the midst of like some insanity that's going on, which is, I think, fucking awesome.
That's all. That's Alex, our drummer. He's the precision master.
Jeez.
Probably I would say he's the best drummer in the world right now.
He's nervously rocking back and forth.
No, seriously, I would say that he's the best drummer I've ever played with, and having him backing us up is extremely important for the precision. But obviously, we all strive to be perfect. But it starts with the drums.
All the time.
It's the best band I've ever been in.
Yeah, it changes. Yeah, it's like changes the whole dynamic. It's like beat rock, or I don't know. It's just like the whole beat centric.
Yeah, Alex covers up my fuck ups. Like, I got to buy you like a boat or some shit, man.
Yeah. I went home to try to. I played with another drummer for a second on just a demo I was working on. This is Jeremy, by the way.
I was instructed by the drummer.
And it was night and day from playing with Alex, and it was almost like I can't do wow, I need to like fly Alex out to do this demo, because it was like, not to say he wasn't good, but
your drummer in Allentown's gonna be like, I'm never playing again.
I won't mention names.
He's listening and crying right now.
He's listening.
No, he's good, but
they don't have satellite radio.
It's a whole precise thing that like it's very hard to find in a band, and like it's nice to have that in this band, to have the motor, to have a big 440 Magnum motor in there. So.
Where also just in general too, I think it's cool when things sound chaotic or random. I think that's the whole trick of what we talk about sometimes too. Yeah, just like you work hard and detail work to make it sound actually just like spontaneous.
Yeah, that's a symptom of a lot of music today that I think that we definitely reacted to when we decided to start recording the record, is that we sort of, there's just been such a saturation of software-based music that I think we all reacted negatively to the idea of hovering in front of a Pro Tools rig with software boxes everywhere. We're like, fuck that, let's record to tape and VHS machines and wire recorders, and like let's have it not sound like there was a fucking software box from Guitar Center on the floor.
Just write it down, just sheet music.
Yeah, and then just like all of us playing together at the same time, and the room mics picking up what's happening in the room, playing like a band. I don't.
Good.
Yeah, I just don't think, a lot of records.
I was just going to kiss you, but
there's some sweet microphone sharing going on here.
Here, I'll just kiss Julian.
Oh.
What were you going to ask? Sorry.
I was going to ask, like, what was the, you were going to say something. You were leaning in to say something there on the microphone. Do you know what it was?
I was just going to mention our producer, Sean Everett, like, who brought a big part of the record, just making us do weird stuff like recording through VHS machines, like Jeff was saying, and 1930s wire machines, and making us do really bizarre stuff, which we all love to do, but he really thought out of the box,
Yeah, what do you mean record through VHS machine? What do you
I
just take away the video and just left and right audio, and then put it on the machine, and then take it out of the machine back into another machine.
Sean was doing all this weird stuff, and I jokingly said to him there was a VHS machine laying around. I was like, oh, we should record through that. And he looked at me with a very serious face and sort of walked out of the room and came back with cables and sort of worked on it for a while and actually fucking did it. And I was like, okay.
And so where was all of this happening? What's the environment for the recording?
The studio, it's no longer there, sadly, but above the Strand bookstore. We just had this little room, and we can only start when Strand had closed, so 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. usually.
It was like a little clubhouse. It was probably just a little bit bigger than this room we're in now.
Sometimes.
Damn.
And we lived in there. We were there every night for 5 months, basically, and then in the other room there would be like, little chill area where someone would be watching, Scarface on like a break or something, and then we
had a lot of videos actually playing on mute while we recorded crazy visual things too, to just get
80s Japanese commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
The visual stuff is very important. I mean, we worked, we basically just hung out with cameras, and I brought a lot of different cameras along, and just, at first everyone was very, what we were just recording and also recording what was happening visually. So I think it's a big part of what we do is the whole thing, like the visual and the audio all work together to be what it is, like the 3 teasers that we put out, and Warren, and a lot of people who worked with us to make those great.
Warren Fu.
Shout out to Warren Fu.
Wonderful man.
Shout out to Warren Fu. What's up?
Do you think, though, since you're so inclined toward jamming, that the live shows on tour will go there?
No.
Probably not.
That's where the precision comes in.
Breaks and we need to fill the...
I dream of that secretly, but maybe.
If anything, we'll kind of extend a section, a couple bars or something. But I don't think that's our vibe.
It's not just
maybe
like
something
riff
like
on
that.
blues.
We did do the D-Jam. Remember in South America, the D-Jam?
Right.
Oh, when the stage broke?
No. When we did the jam and D.
So,
we were playing.
Was gonna help
playing
us
a
warm up
festival.
the sound guy, and we just do a jam and D, and it just
we were never going to.
we just we were never supposed to mention it.
Shut up, Jeremy.
We just droned in D for like
Spinal
20
Tap
minutes.
when they try to harmonize to Heartbreak Hotel at
well, that's the thing with festivals is you don't get a sound check.
It just turned into this is the end or something.
Festivals, you don't get a sound check, and I think I might have had the bright fucking idea. Sorry, guys. I was like, why don't we just go out there and hit something in D minor for like 20 seconds?
It turned into 20 minutes.
What could go wrong? We're jamming all the time. We're fucking masters of jamming. We get out there and fucking... People are like, this music's weird. I lost everyone. I had to fight back to get them.
Now you've got post-dramatic stress disorder.
Well done. Yes, indeed we do.
PJSD. It's underrated. Being able to put out this album on your own label, that must have sort of just freed your mind or something.
Imprisoned my bank account. No,
But you started Cult Records before you started making this particular album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have you could have tried to get someone to pay for the album, put it out on some other label, but you're choosing to release it yourself. Why?
Man, I mean, I think if there was maybe an ideal record label who kind of spoke to us and we felt like got us and was like, we're gonna, promise us the moon and stars, I think we would do that. But it doesn't seem like that really exists. A lot of it, you work on the music, the creative part, and then when you have to hand it to people, all of a sudden, just like these corporate random dudes just step in and they're like, okay, we got it from here. We're gonna like do this and that, and you're like, no, what? That's like old like typical. That's bands that are not like us who do that. And so you try to walk that fine line. You want to be get out there and make cool weird things mainstream, but without that doesn't happen by just playing the mainstream game 100%. I think.
Absolutely agree. Dudes, thank you so much for coming in and doing
Thanks
this.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny.
You've been listening to Sirius. Long time no see, Casablancas. You're tuned into Sirius XMU Sessions.
This has been Sirius XMU Sessions. Stripped down performance and conversation with groundbreaking Sirius XMU artists. Brand new Sirius XMU Sessions debut Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. And now you can listen to Sirius XMU Sessions when it's convenient for you.
Whoa.
Go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand for details. On demand for details. On demand for details. On demand